Developing tonight, presidential candidate Ben Carson drew some big crowds as he toured Arizona. Today, he went to the border to discuss security and immigration reform. But it's what he said about ending birthright citizenship. This has really become a hot-button issue over the past couple of days. And what he said about it is getting a lot of attention tonight. Watch.
I think we're smart people. And I think we can come up with appropriate ways to do things. But for a woman to be pregnant and say, I'm going to go over to the United States and have my baby there so that I have an anchor, that's stupid. Why would we fall for that? If they came over here and did that, we can still keep them together by packaging them up and sending them back. They'll still be together.
Sounds familiar, right? Joining me now with that and some more about her own campaign, Republican presidential candidate and former CEO of Hewlett-Packard, Carly Fiorina. Carly, welcome. Good to have you here tonight.
Nice to be with you, Martha.
All right. So now you've got basically Donald Trump and Ben Carson sounding the same tune, saying that it shouldn't happen, that people shouldn't cross the border, have a baby, and then get the benefits of being in this country, that we should just package up those families so we're not separating them and send them back where they came from. What do you say?
Well, you know, what I've been saying for a long time now, long before Donald Trump declared his candidacy, actually, is that immigration is a festering problem that we talk about every election cycle, and yet somehow it never gets fixed. First, we need to secure the border. It takes money, it takes manpower, it takes technology, but mostly, apparently, it takes leadership and political willpower. And it's our job to secure our border, because a nation that cannot secure its border cannot protect its sovereignty. Secondly, we need to fix the legal immigration system, which has been broken for as long as the border's been insecure, about 25 years. And by fixing the legal immigration system, what I mean is that half the people who are here illegally came on a legal visa and overstayed it. We didn't know, or we didn't do anything about it. We're handing out border crossing cards every day on the Mexican border, which permits someone to come for one day, and we never check to see if they go home. We don't have an employer verification system that works. It needs to be mandatory. We need to close down these sanctuary cities so they can't flout the law. All of that needs to happen, and then we need to decide what should happen with those who have come here illegally and stayed here illegally. In my view, they do not earn a pathway to citizenship. Perhaps someday they can earn some kind of legal status, but they can't be citizens because there has to be consequence for people who have done it the right way, taken the oath, learned our history.
Well, let me ask you this. In terms of the anchor baby issue and the birthright, that anyone who is born here becomes an American citizen. It's in the Constitution. Is that something we should change, in your opinion?
No, it is not. It is in our Constitution. It has been in our Constitution for a very long time. And actually, it would take a constitutional amendment to change it. And so once again, what I find disturbing about this conversation a little bit is that we talk about things in election cycles, but don't really talk about what it would take to get them done. It would take a constitutional amendment to get that done. And I think it's far more important now that we focus all of our political energy on doing what we haven't done in 25 years, securing the border and fixing the legal immigration system.
What are you hearing, when you're traveling around New Hampshire today, what are you hearing from the people you're talking to? What's their biggest concern?
Well, I've been out doing town hall meetings in places like New Hampshire and Iowa and South Carolina and elsewhere all across the country for many months now, and I hear the same things all the time. First, people are concerned about a set of issues that are not going to be surprising to you: job creation, economic growth, education, health care, national security, immigration. All of those things matter to them. Secondly, they're sick and tired of politics, as usual. They're tired of politicians saying something and never delivering results. They're tired of festering problems. I think they're tired of people talking about, for example, reducing the size of government, and yet it doesn't happen in 30 years. And that's why someone like me gains support, because what they see is a track record of problem solving and leadership. They see someone who understands the economy, somebody who understands the world and who's in it and how it works, somebody who understands bureaucracies, which is what the government has become, and it needs to get cut down to size, and somebody who understands technology, which is pretty important now as well.
Well, you've moved up into the top 10, so that message seems to be giving you some traction. It's good to talk to you tonight. Carly Fiorina, thank you very much.
Thank you, Martha.